It was a cloudy Wednesday afternoon, November 24th, 1971. The sky was a blanket of grey, casting a sombre mood over the day. The air was crisp, hinting at the approaching winter. Across America, families prepared for Thanksgiving. Kitchens were bustling with activity, the aroma of roasted turkey and pumpkin pie filling the air. Children played, excited for the holiday feast, while adults chatted and laughed, setting the table for a memorable meal. But at Portland International Airport, a man using the name Dan Cooper was about to make history. The terminal was busy, filled with travelers hurrying to catch their flights, unaware of the extraordinary event about to unfold. He purchased a one-way ticket on Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305, bound for Seattle. The ticket agent handed him his boarding pass, not knowing that this simple transaction would soon be part of an infamous story. Cooper was average in appearance, wearing a business suit and a tie. He carried a black attaché case, blending in seamlessly with the other business travelers. His demeanor was calm, his face expressionless, giving no hint of his intentions. He seemed calm and unremarkable, blending in with the other passengers. The flight attendants greeted him with a smile, and he took his seat, just another passenger on a routine flight. Little did they know, this man was about to change aviation history. No one could have predicted the audacious crime he was about to commit. As the plane taxied down the runway, the passengers settled in, some reading, others chatting, completely unaware of the drama that would soon unfold at 30,000 feet. This seemingly ordinary man would soon become a legend, known forever as D.B. Cooper. His daring hijacking and mysterious disappearance would capture the imagination of the public and law enforcement alike, becoming one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in American history. Shortly after takeoff, Cooper passed a note to a flight attendant. It claimed he had a bomb and demanded $200,000 in cash and 4 parachutes. The flight crew, following protocol, relayed Cooper's demands to air traffic control and authorities on the ground. The FBI quickly assembled a team and began gathering the ransom money. Meanwhile, Flight 305 circled over Seattle as negotiations took place. Passengers remained unaware of the drama unfolding around them. After hours of tense waiting, Cooper's demands were met. The atmosphere at the airport was thick with anxiety and uncertainty. People whispered among themselves, speculating about the mysterious man who had hijacked the plane. The authorities were on edge, trying to ensure the safety of the passengers while also preparing to meet Cooper's demands. The tension was palpable, and every second felt like an eternity. The plane landed at Seattle-Tacoma Airport, where Cooper released the passengers in exchange for the money and parachutes. The relieved passengers hurried off the plane, their faces a mix of fear and relief. Cooper, calm and composed, received the ransom money and the parachutes as promised. The authorities watched closely, hoping to catch any sign of vulnerability or hesitation in Cooper's demeanor. But he remained as enigmatic as ever. With his loot and a refueling crew on board, Cooper directed the pilots to fly towards Mexico City at low altitude. The pilots, under strict instructions, prepared the plane for takeoff once again. The refueling process seemed to take forever, each moment stretching out as the crew worked under the watchful eyes of Cooper. Once airborne, the plane flew low over the countryside, a precautionary measure to avoid detection by radar. As the plane flew over the rugged wilderness of southwest Washington state, Cooper instructed the crew to remain in the cockpit. The vast expanse of dense forest and rugged terrain below seemed like an endless sea of green. The crew, confined to the cockpit, could only imagine what Cooper was planning. The isolation and the unknown added to the growing sense of unease. Then somewhere between Seattle and Reno, he did the unthinkable. Cooper, with the ransom money strapped to him, made his move. The crew, tense and anxious, could hear the sounds of movement from the cabin, but were powerless to intervene. The cockpit door closed, sealing them off from whatever was happening behind them. D.B. Cooper, with the ransom money strapped to him, jumped out of the back of the plane and vanished into the night. The stormy weather and the darkness of the night provided the perfect cover for his escape. As he disappeared into the night sky, the legend of D.B. Cooper was born, leaving behind a mystery that would captivate the world for decades to come. The authorities were left with more questions than answers, and the search for Cooper became one of the most extensive manhunts in history. The FBI launched a massive manhunt, the largest in the Pacific Northwest's history. Agents scoured the wilderness, following every lead and interviewing countless witnesses. The media went into a frenzy, captivated by the daring heist and the mystery surrounding Cooper's fate. Was he a skilled skydiver who pulled off the perfect crime, or did he perish in the harsh wilderness, his body lost forever in the dense forests? The search for D.B. Cooper had begun. Despite an exhaustive search, the early investigation yielded few clues. The dense forests and rugged terrain made the search efforts incredibly challenging. Investigators combed through miles of wilderness, hoping to find any sign of the elusive skyjacker. Helicopters scanned the area from above, while ground teams meticulously examined every possible hiding spot. The riverbanks were also thoroughly searched, as authorities speculated that Cooper might have landed near water. Yet, despite their best efforts, the search teams came up empty-handed, leaving more questions than answers. The only confirmed trace of Cooper was a small portion of the ransom money discovered by a young boy in 1980. This discovery was made nearly a decade after the infamous hijacking, reigniting public interest in the case. The money was found in a deteriorated state, suggesting it had been exposed to the elements for quite some time. The discovery site was miles away from the suspected drop zone, adding another layer of complexity to the mystery. The boy, Brian Ingram, found 3 bundles of $20 bills on the banks of the Columbia River, partially buried in the sand. He was digging a fire pit when he stumbled upon the decaying currency. The find was both astonishing and perplexing, as it provided the first physical evidence linked to Cooper since the hijacking. The location of the discovery raised numerous questions about how the money ended up there and whether Cooper had survived the jump. The serial numbers matched the ransom money, proving a tangible link to the elusive skyjacker. This confirmation was a breakthrough for the investigation, as it verified that the money was indeed part of the ransom given to Cooper. However, it also deepened the enigma, as it provided no clear answers about Cooper's fate. The FBI meticulously examined the bills, hoping to find additional clues, but the deteriorated condition of the money yielded little new information. This discovery only deepened the mystery. Investigators were left to ponder how the money had traveled such a distance from the suspected drop zone. Did Cooper lose the money during his descent, or had it been carried by the river's currents over the years? Theories abounded, but concrete answers remained elusive. The discovery of the money added a new chapter to the Cooper saga, but it also underscored the many unknowns that still surrounded the case. How did the money end up there, and what did it reveal about Cooper's fate? The questions lingered, fueling speculation and debate among investigators and the public alike. Some believed the money's discovery indicated that Cooper had not survived the jump, while others thought it suggested he had lived and hidden the money intentionally. The Columbia River, with its winding paths and shifting sands, held its secrets closely, leaving the true story of D.B. Cooper shrouded in mystery. The discovery of the money along the Columbia River fueled speculation that Cooper may have landed in the water. Some believe his parachute malfunctioned, while others theorize he miscalculated his jump in the darkness. The Columbia River is notorious for its strong currents and frigid temperatures, making survival difficult even for experienced swimmers. Could Cooper have drowned, his body swept away by the unforgiving river? The river remains a focal point for investigators and amateur sleuths alike. Over the years, the FBI pursued countless leads, but none led to D.B. Cooper's capture or a definitive answer about his fate. Theories abound, ranging from the plausible to the outlandish. Some believe Cooper had military experience, while others speculate he was a seasoned criminal. Despite advancements in technology and decades of investigation, the case remains unsolved. D.B. Cooper became a ghost story, whispered in bars and debated around campfires. The mystery of D.B. Cooper has captivated the public imagination for decades. The daring escape, the missing money, and the lack of a definitive answer have made it one of the most enduring mysteries in American history. The case continues to inspire books, documentaries, and countless articles. Amateur detectives and armchair investigators remain determined to crack the code, poring over evidence and proposing new theories. Though the mystery remains, D.B. Cooper left an undeniable mark on American culture. He became a folk hero to some, a symbol of daring and rebellion against authority. To others, he was a reckless criminal who endangered the lives of innocent people. Regardless of perspective, the legend of D.B. Cooper serves as a reminder of the enduring power of mystery and the allure of the unknown. The search for the truth, like the legend itself, continues.